So the first thing you need to know about playing like Trey Anastasio is that you're going to need a compressor pedal and multiple overdrive pedals. There's different ways you can do Trey, and he has changed his sound a lot since he started. A classic way to do it would be to put the overdrive pedals in front of the compression and have one overdrive pedal with a little bit of crank to it and one with a lot of dirty to it, and then a lot of sustain on a Ross compressor. I have Analog Man makes a dual compressor with Ross on half of it. Trey played with Analog Man's compressor during the Oxy years, so that would have been if you were on tour between 2002, so 2.0, after hiatus until they all crashed at Coventry. You probably heard Trey playing through two Analog Man TS9 Screamers in front of an Analog Man bi-compressor. I have that compressor. I was on a waiting list for 2 years to get it. You're gonna need a lot of drive into a compressor. The compressor squashes it, and Trey plays with feedback as much as he plays with his hands. He's got a very complex rig, and the pedal dance and everything that he does is very complex. But if you wanna learn to play like Trey, first you need to get some of the sounds in the pedals. You could probably get a Helix. I used to say friends don't let friends go Helix, but for $1,600 you can sound like anybody now. And if you've got a huge tube amp, this is a Hot Rod Deluxe. It's modded, it's got Russian tubes, and I've got an attenuator built into it. So I can crank the hell out of this amp and it sounds like God, okay? This amp is beautiful. So you're gonna need that. You're gonna need overdrive, you're gonna need compression, you're gonna need a very loud tube amp, and you're gonna be able to have to come back and forth and play with the feedback. In this clip that I'll show you, I'm gonna show you just basically the heat up, like about 5 minutes into the Disease jam, right? Down with Disease is a great place to start because it's a very easy, you've got to find your relative minor, so your blues scale, your major tone, and there's a couple of other modes you wanna play with. And if you take private lessons with me, I will tell you exactly how to play like Trey, okay? Now you'll never play like him because he's the Jedi. One of the greatest spiritual moments of my life was at a Phish show. Let's just say I had taken some enhancement, some things to enhance the experience. And that was the night that I would just say, I saw the truth of reality. If you're not a Phish fan, you think I'm a moron. If you're a Phish fan and you've been to that place, like the crowd when we are in a jam, you'll understand that. I've been a huge fan of his music. I've probably seen Trey 40 to 50 times. I've lost count. 30 of Phish and lost count of all of the wonderful Trey Tab, all the different great shows. So you're gonna need a certain set of pedals, and you're gonna need to learn a couple of different modes, your blues scale, and you're gonna have to learn to run around the fretboard. And actually, it's not as hard as you think. What actually makes Phish the beautiful, epic thing that they are is the fact that they're all freaking gods on their instruments, okay? And another thing too is like, I can shred, I can play. I can't play It's Ice. I can't play, I could probably play Down with Disease some. The chordal and the fugal aspects of what Phish does is insane. So enjoy this. I'm gonna jam a few little bits. I'm gonna play with my delay some on the second half and just kind of show you how you can get spaced out. A lot of the times they're gonna come out hot. We call that, fans, we call that type 1. We know what song we're in and we're just shredding. Then they will go to different stuff. Back in the day, they would do what we call cow funk. Lately, they've been really mastered this very big sound where mic goes into an oscillator, and a lot of people describe it as more industrial. It sounds like a big, like machine of sound. It's very interesting where they've been lately. Enjoy the video, and if you want to learn how to play more like Trey, or if you just want to learn jam band in general, hit me up. I can teach you a lot about learning to play jam band. It's actually not that hard. Take it easy.